You can hear me now, right?
Cab, I need advice. I don't know.
I'm giving advice to kings and thieves.
Well, good, because
Thieves was a friend of mine.
Thieves?
He worked with me at Kinko's.
Wait.
Back in 1801.
Wait, his name was Thieves.
Thebes.
Thieves.
Yeah.
At Kinko's.
He was one of 40 children.
How did you guys duplicate, like, if somebody wanted something replicated at Kinko's in the 19th century?
It's very simple, dickhead. You just take a barrel and you put ink on it and you roll it over a piece of parchment.
Yeah.
And then you fucking kick the asshole in the face and say, give me your money. We don't make fucking copies here. And we're the Kinko's gang. Captain Morgan, Thieves, and Jeep Chop. Jeep Chop was my Indian pal. Jeep Chop used to say, oh no, I'm Jeep Chop. It's fucked up though because he was Navajo. And I said, Navajo, it's probably why your mama's such a hoe. I had actually not slept with Jeep Chop's mom. We were friends though.
Oh, that means it has got to be go time as I wait for the music to come in. Guess it's got to be Knock Attack. Years and counting. Every Sunday night. Hello, beautiful people. I'm Brian Brushwood from Los Angeles, California. Joining us, America's Dick, is Justin Robert Young. What's going on in Orlando, Justin?
Fuck, Brian, I'll tell you what. Not only are we in America's Dick, but right now we are in Orlando, Florida. The sweetest part to stroke it, right in the middle.
I believe it, man. So what? How long are you guys in Orlando? What the hell are you guys doing?
All right, so, and Brett, the Amtrak of Rounsaville, joins us here. Say hello, Brett.
Hey, gang, how's life?
We are here for a big Go game thing. I'm actually going to be here for like a week, but I have been treating Brett to the finest that South Florida has, or sorry, Central Florida has to offer. We get off the plane, go right to a professional wrestling match. Then we wake up this morning, go right to the Typhoon Lagoon at Disney. It has been Central Florida like a motherfucker for the past 48 hours.
So was the wrestling TNA? Did you go to Universal Studios for TNA?
No, WWE's minor league system, NXT, is in Orlando, and they do house shows all throughout. So we like literally got right in the car, drove to Daytona Beach so we could go to what could charitably be referred to as half of a basketball court that they set up a wrestling ring in. And it was actually a really fun show.
It was easily the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I keep trying to come up with better descriptors, but instead I just keep saying so weird over and over again.
So walk me through this. What is an amateur league? Because like I've been to minor league sports events and at least they're playing the same game. I've been to arena football, which by the way, highly underrated. Arena football is fucking amazing.
Oh,
it's real life
arena football, for those of you who have never been, is effectively what you would have if on a professional level you got lights and sound and sold tickets to a cockfight. That's basically what arena football is like. Everybody's on top of each other. They're yelling. They're screaming. It's a very passionate and small fan base. But for professional wrestling, it's a little bit different because it's not quite arena football. They hold it right there in the same arenas they have basketball and stuff. How would you describe the NXT event we saw in Daytona Beach, Florida?
So the very first thing that happened when we got there is this guy, super buff, walks out to this cat-sized keyboard, and then
I thought you were going to say he comes out to the Keyboard Cat theme song.
Almost did.
Not even close to as weird as the actual truth. Like, he comes out to a cat-sized keyboard, sits in the middle of the ring, sings a made-up song, and then disappears, never to be seen or heard from again in the show. Like, there is no rhyme or reason. It is the weirdest non sequitur you've ever heard. As if, like, you were on the bus one day, and suddenly, like, a homeless man walks up, declares himself the president of the United States, and then walks out. Except this was the minor wrestling equivalent of that.
Okay, all right. So you're
and
watching
then-
this, and you think this is going to build. I mean, surely later on in the event, like it pays off, where somebody's like, "If only somebody could sing a song," and then he shows up and like saves the day.
You
Well, no,
think
all right,
never
so-
even peeks his head out of the curtain again, just
So
gone.
His song was basically about how he's not on television.
Yeah,
Like he just sang a song about why don't they put me on TV and then left.
we assume. I mean, if it was a song about him, then it clearly was in the third person. It was
Yes,
just-
no, he kept referring to himself in the third person. Like, why don't they put whatever his name is on television? And
And
then
I think I know why.
yes, oh, because all he does is play piano. It's a fucking wrestling event, guy. Listen, if you went out there and wrestled, then maybe they put you on.
So what about the wrestling itself? Like, I mean, again, in arena football, they at least throw the ball and it arcs through the air the same way. Is that how it is on wrestling?
There were many moments where I was like looking around, like, are we all on crazy pills? Like, why are we all agreeing to pretend that this would hurt?
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's like,
By the way, keep in mind, could be
just
said
grab my
about
arm.
actual
Grab
pro
my arm. Just
wrestling.
grab my arm and, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Like, I don't understand. Why
So
are
you
we
were
pretending?
unimpressed.
Well, I mean, because that's the point. There's a suspension of disbelief there, but it was not without its entertainment. Who would you say the biggest villain of the entire card was? Describe for everybody. This was shouted down vigorously by the people in Daytona Beach.
Yeah, let me preface this with I do have a newfound respect for the spectacle that is professional wrestling. I would not have thought that I would have been as thoroughly entertained as I was, despite being entertained because it was weird. That said, the biggest villain of the night was the man with dreadlocks who walked out holding up a peace sign and another sign that said, "Stop fricking fracking."
Wait, stop frickin' fracking is literally like you're not using a euphemism?
This was the biggest villain of the night. The man who said, "You're ruining my world with your fracking."
Treat Mother Earth better. Boo! Fuck you.
No.
We're Florida.
You were there too.
So basically, no, he's an Earth conservationist heel. He comes out and lectures the crowd about how you're ruining my world, and that there are many more people who agree with him. They just don't live in Florida.
I got to tell you, like, some part of me actually deeply respects that this is who they decided to make it bad guy. Like, goddamn, I wish I was there.
And
Okay,
he was so
overall,
universally loathed too. It wasn't like they were going out on a limb.
No, like he's in the middle of a match and he's like got the other guy in like a headlock or some kind of submission move, and he just is screaming at him saying, "You're ruining my world."
dude, that's amazing. All right, so you did that, and then any other highlights from the what do you call it, like Junior League Wrestling? Which, by the way, I want to picture.
I mean, it's really. I really enjoyed the show. I thought it was super fun. I highly encourage, if you're into wrestling in the WWE network. It's called NXT.
Even
It's a
if you're
fun
not,
show.
it really was worth seeing once. Just to get
and
a
also
feel for
cheap
what
as
was
hell.
happening.
It was like $20, and we had like second row seats. Like, granted, it's in half of a basketball.
Yeah. So at worst, you have fourth row seats.
Yeah, so it's like the $10 bleacher seats were like 5 feet behind us. It was really not that big of a deal, but no, it was super fun.
So here's the thing: like when I went to go see like Arena League football, it started off in kind of like an ironic enjoyment, and at some point descended into actual enjoyment. Is that what happened with you guys?
Oh, totally. Yeah, there was.
Oh yeah,
in
well,
the beginning,
I was unironically there to just mark out and be like, I'm just boo. We had my brother's looking after a 5-year-old that has just moved down to South Florida that my stepdad's taking care of, and like I partly I justified it to myself, like, oh no, I'm doing it for him. Like I'm just kind of get really excited. But like it was really, I'm just really excited to go and mark out for wrestling and boo the bad guys and cheer the good guys and scream and yell and high five sweaty men as they come back from the match.
what was super fascinating to me was like going to AAA league wrestling is like with Jury is like going to Disney with me. So he knows like the backstory of everything. He's like, this next guy is my favorite guy. He used to be this big theatrical performer, but now he pretends to be a silent film star. But he's usually a heel. Today he's in a tag team as a baby face. The marks will all tell you what's going on. You're like, none of these words are real words, Justin. I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's still real to me, damn it.
No, it was so fun. I really I highly recommend anybody to go see an NXT event when it comes to their town. But easily, the highest drama of the evening came when we tried to go check back into our hotel for the night.
Check back, so you had already checked into the hotel.
No, we hadn't. We got right from the airplane. We drove right to Daytona from Orlando to Daytona. It's like an hour drive to go see the wrestling event, and then we came back to go check into the hotel. Brett, what did you encounter when we got to the desk there?
So to set the scene, there was a short, bald man who was at the counter trying to get a room, and behind the counter was a tall, leather jacket wearing guy with who was balding but with slicked back hair. He's
I'm
like
thinking,
charitably
was it ponytail, balding
ponytail.
and ponytail. The most dangerous of all possible hairstyles is balding plus ponytail.
And you definitely never pair it with a leather jacket, like as a style professor.
Or do you always pair it with a leather jacket? I feel like it's the only
that's
pairing.
one move is to fucking pair it with a leather jacket and make everyone afraid to point out the fact that you're bald on top.
I guess, like, you walk up knowing full well that you're about to talk to a con man. Like, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah. So he's engaging with what I would describe to you as a maybe 5 foot tall, pudgy man whose eyes barely made it over the counter, enraged. It was as if they had updated Snow White and the Seven Dwarves with a hip urban appeal, and this was, I don't know, the angriest one among them. Grumpy. This was the new Grumpy.
Yeah, sure.
So so what was the problem was that they couldn't check us in.
Yeah, they had overbooked the rooms. They had one room left, and that room had a slight problem. The slight problem was that the toilet didn't flush at all, ever.
I mean, look, if I can do a little truth time here, I never, whenever I'm traveling with someone, and I assume Brant's in studio, so hopefully he'll be able to confirm this. Like, I never drop a deuce in the hotel room. Like, if I have to go to the bathroom and drop a number 2, I will go downstairs to the main bathroom so as not to stink up our room. It seems to me like once you accept that, I mean, number 1 is just a sink problem, right?
I'm feeling what you're feeling. However, Grumpy would have disagreed.
Yes.
And Justin might be able to do a better Grumpy impression than I can.
So if you were the one asking for this, if you were in this dilemma, you would have had a room. You would have went to balding guy with a ponytail. You would have said, just give me the room. Don't worry. I like to shit in the lobby anyway.
Yes.
That was not Grumpy's position. Grumpy's position, he was agitated the entire time. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What, you don't have the hotel? What the fuck? What's the fuck up with that? And then he's like, well, you can take the room with the broken toilet. He's like, yo, I dropped mad crazy shits, bro. I need that toilet to work well. This is verbatim. I dropped mad crazy shits, bro, and I need that toilet to work well.
In his defense, Stephen Hawking could not have constructed a better argument. I feel like he's sitting there, he's like, yo, I drop mad shits, yo. You can't give me this room.
Do me a favor. We want everybody to join the conversation tonight. Hashtag mad crazy shits. Mad crazy shits is what we're trying to get trending here tonight. So join the conversation as we memorialize this very angry man. And meanwhile, this other dude is a fucking con artist. Like I don't know what they even have rooms. And by the way, all I am getting is PTSD flashbacks to our New Year's Eve debacle with our con artist hotelier in Orlando. Like all.
Real quick, did we tell that story on the air? We haven't told that story on the air yet. We told it in person to Tensor Guy and the folks who were hanging out, right?
Exactly. No, because I think we're saving it for the for the next album. But yeah, no, it's
it'll be the least funny track we've ever done. The fucking Justin Robert Young and Brian Brushwood is what we'll call it.
Well, we'll tell it at some point. So we go and. So basically, he's like, "Listen, you can just go to this other hotel. It's our sister hotel. It's actually really good." Like that's what he said.
Actually is the biggest betrayer in the world, because the entire point of the word actually is to put emphasis on the truth that you're dropping. But the moment you drop it, it means everything I'm saying is a lie, right? I mean, we're all on the same page with this. The moment you say actually,
absolutely. That's right. The conman co-opted it, and then we learned our lesson.
Well, yeah, he's like that's we're just assuming. It's like, I know what you're thinking, that this is going to be the Saw hostel, and some German businessman is going to be drilling into your fibula by the end of the day tonight. But it's actually really nice. But contrary to what you're thinking, it's actually really nice.
It's like the word actually does nothing to add to the benefits that you're saying. It's like you're fucking spelling out that everything is a lie. Sorry.
I wanted to like slam my hand on the counter and say, like, why do you keep saying actually?
So he winds up going to a piece of paper that
ends up going.
He actually ends up going to a piece of paper that will let the sister hotel know that we are there. Okay?
Yeah.
On the piece of paper is just like, basically it's like an IOU of like the Allure Hotel sends you to this thing, and it has a map, right? On the map is a dot.
Did he at least like put his signet ring in the wax on there so that you have to know it's from him?
No, he was like, all you have to do is bring this piece of paper and this bag of white powder to the room, and they'll let you in right away.
So the piece of paper has a dot on it where the hotel is supposed to be. However, as we're driving there, we just figure, oh, fuck, well, here's the hotel. We know what road we're on. It can be easy to go get to. We can't find the hotel. Brett, would you explain the fault in the map?
So eventually, after making like several U-turns, being totally confused about why this hotel isn't where the dot clearly shows the hotel, I pulled out Google Maps, and I was like, fine, here's the freaking hotel. We should have gone with technology from the very beginning. Google Maps says the hotel is another half mile down the road. So I look at the map, and I'm like, all right, well, clearly it's on this side of this cross street. There's the dot right here. But on this map, it looks like it should be over here by this dot, clearly marked Quality Inn. Like they had circled this random ass dot that they just put there on the piece of paper instead of where it actually already said on their map that they handed us.
Like the Google Maps
Quality Inn.
Like snapshot they took had an icon that said Quality Inn, which is where they were sending us, and they decided to make a random dot.
So
sorry, say that again.
Okay. So here's the problem, right? You walk into Quality Inn, clearly perturbed. Like, what do? You're like, hey, yo, those fuckers at that other hotel fucking circled the wrong quadrant. Like, what are you going to get out of that?
You should ask what we did when we walked into the... we said, fuck, there are 40 other people here waiting for a room. And clearly they have no more rooms either. We know because the only lady working the front desk is screaming in both English and Spanish, we have no more rooms.
Oh my God. So what do you guys do?
So we cancel the hotel on Hotels.com. We get another hotel, and this one, like, I overpaid for, like, it's like twice as much as the other one. And like, fuck it. Like, we're only here for 2 nights. It's on the go game anyway. Like, let's just go to this other room. And so we go there, and the guy is like, funny story. We don't have any room.
No.
For real. And he's like, all right, dude, oh my God, you're going to think it's really funny. You're going to think it's really funny. And I'm like, I know, motherfucker.
Because the punchline is you sleeping in your car alone tonight. Hilarious already.
Well, no, this guy actually had his shit together.
He actually had his shit
together because he starts calling the first dude, fucking balding ponytail, who was denying Grumpy from taking hashtag mad crazy shits. Again, join the conversation by tweeting hashtag mad crazy shits. Apparently, look at this. Look at the star lighting up like 1,000 points of light, Brian, on Twitter with mad crazy shits on Twitter.
I told you I booked this on Hotels.com. I don't understand what the problem is.
So he winds up calling this other hotel, and then because somebody else on Hotels.com had their credit card declined, we wound up getting their room. So we wound up staying at the third hotel after he had initially offered to put us up in the room or the hotel next door. But that was the ping-ponging throughout the Orlando hotel stock on Saturday night.
You know, I'm sure I've told you this story. There's only one time. I don't know if I've ever told it on Night Attack or NSFW, but there's only one time that I've truly regretted being recognized in public. Did I tell you the story?
No.
There was I flew out to the Bay Area, and Jay flew up to the Bay Area when he was living in San Diego, and we went and saw The Wall with John C. Dvorak and Leo Laporte and gang, and but I sat next to John C. Dvorak, and we got done. We head back to the room, and I had spent points for the room, and of course my brother had flown in, so it was a big deal. And the two of us show up, and it's like it's late in the evening, and the dude is like, "Yeah, sorry, dude, we're all booked up." And also your reservation was for last night, not for tonight. I was like, well, whatever. That was a mistake. This is the night I want to do my points, and I'm almost certain it's all correct or whatever. They're like, yeah, well, what can you do? You're just not going to stay here tonight. And I was like, what the fuck? And so there's a bit of back and forth, and it's like, for whatever reason, I was fired up. And I'm like, what the fuck is all this shit? Why are you being this way or whatever? And the guy makes the mistake of saying, well, I could have given you a room, but I don't like your attitude, so now I won't. And so I'm right in front of him. I dial 888, fuck you, and then I pick up the phone, and then they're like, hello, and I'm like, hey, I'm at your location, whatever. I'm standing in front of so-and-so, and he said that there was a clerical mistake, and he could have given me a room, but he didn't like my face, so he's not giving me a room. And and I'm doing all this right in front of them, for this reason and that reason, I deserve a room, etc. My points, whatever. And then they're like, hold on, let me call him. And then I hear them put me on hold music, and 2 seconds later, I hear the hotel phone ring, and he picks up the phone. He's like, hello, and he's like, yes. Well, he was. I didn't like the way he. Yes. Okay. And he's like, okay. Yes, I will. And he hangs up, and he goes, I will be able to accommodate you with a room. And then he clickety clackety does this shit and puts me in a room. I get to the room, and then in my asshole lizard brain, I think like, hey, fuck you guy, I won, I got a room, etc., etc., etc. And then my phone goes, and I look, and it's a tweet where somebody says, at Schwood, yeah, man, that guy was an asshole. And I was like, what? I was like, wait, what? And he's like, I was in the lobby and I recognized you, and that guy was an asshole. And it's like, this is the one time that I very loudly and very extremely totally played the total asshole card, because I thought nobody was watching, and it turned out everybody was watching. So it was a bummer.
Oh, Brian, there's only one way that you could have been a bigger asshole and would have felt more shame.
Is if I mentioned how many Patreons we had?
Yes. If you would have said, you dirty motherfucker, do you know that in only a few short years, I will have 1,529 patrons donating over $2,000 a week to my internet show, Night Attack?
I actually really should jump on that and do that. By the way, people are going to freak out when they notice that we have exactly 2,005 cents donated per Tuesday Night Shenanigan. Turns out we were living a lie, Justin Robert Young. You and I did not have, $8 billion an episode like we thought we did. It turns out that when somebody pledges with a bogus credit card that gets declined, it includes that in the number. So I went ahead and I cleared out all the stuff. So we have a crisis here. We're all the way back into the past. We were all the way up to like the future, 2048 or whatever. But now we're back to 2000.
Well, you want to know what? We're going to do our best. We can rebuild, Brian. We can continue to move forward. And it is because of you folks that we are even here to begin with. So go ahead on over to patreon.com/night attack. You get all sorts of, maybe you want to know, Brian, maybe we need to do one of those free dumps. We take up free, we did mad crazy shits for free.
The mad crazy shits. Yeah, no. We'll do that for you live on the air, and I will do it from the Hall of 1,000 Shits. By the way, my kids are utterly fascinated with the fact that I have a bathroom with mirrors all around, so you can shit with 6,000 copies of yourself. Like both Penny and Josie, this is universally like the best thing in the planet to them. Somebody give me a link to my own actually, I go to Instagram.com. And
so wait, hold on. Like, what is it about it that they find the most fascinating?
I don't know. Hold on, here we go. Shit, I can't show it. But here, I'll post it in the chat, and then maybe somebody could show it on there. But it's like that is the one thing. I went back. I got a furlough from my vacation, right? And I saw the kids, and the first thing out of their mouths was like, "Oh my God, what's it like to poop with 6,000 copies of yourself, Dad?"
That's amazing.
So this townhouse is so 1980s. It's so I don't know. I got nothing else.
Well, how was so you got to go back home? Do you have any stories from back home that you want to share?
I mean, not any good ones. It was amazing to be back home. We played games. We played Kent, which I guess some people call Kemps. And I had forgotten that I had learned back in college. Brett, have you ever played Kemps or Kent?
I don't know. Explain it a little bit.
Okay, so there's a good chance you're gonna play it with Jeff Kanata on his bachelor party weekend because I taught it to him. Jeff Kanata invited me over and also invited Tom and Eileen for a dinner date. However, Tom or Eileen was in New York, so basically Tom and I went as a couple to an amazing dinner date with Jeff Kanata. And as soon as the meal ended, we started playing board games, and I remembered Kent. So the idea with Kent is you shuffle up the cards, you get two teams of two people, and you work out a code with the other person on your team. And then everybody gets 4 cards, and then you deal 4 cards down, and there's no rounds. You just sort of throw cards down and pick them up, and everything's all willy-nilly chaos. But at some point, hopefully, through all the rounds, you end up with 4 of a kind. But when you do, you don't win. You only win if your partner says the word Kent or Kemps in the other version. And so you have to work out a secret code to let them know that you now have 4 of a kind. However, if the code is too obvious, like rapping on the table or whatever, then the other team can shout obvious. And then if you have 4 of a kind and the other team shouts obvious, then you're totally fucked. And that's the end of the round. So it was an amazing microcosm of the game because we got started. And so Tom and I worked out a code, and it's like at first it's just sort of like, I don't know, like a cough code or drop a code word or whatever, or knock or something. But then like later it becomes like important as other people start to figure out your codes and the type of codes that you do to shout obvious, that they start to throw them off. You have to do some like next level stuff. Like, for example, we set up our code to where on the once one of us had 3 of a kind, we did a code to let the other person know that the next card I take will give me 4 of a kind. And then beyond that, it's like you start doing like fake codes, like shit that looks like a code, so you could trick the other guys into saying obvious or whatever. It's fucking amazing. It's a great game.
That sounds awesome. That reminds me of how we always break games when we play them. Like when we tried to play Munchkin and just started starting our own mafia.
Yes, which we definitely did. I forgot all about that. We started selling protection, and it was so natural too. It's like, hey man, your turn's coming up. It'd be a real shame if I were to fucking steal all your cards and ruin the game for you right now. So there's that.
Well, Brett, you have a huge you were dropping a mad crazy shit from your life. You know, it is something that you've worked on for a long while, and now is going to make a real big scene. Describe Mission Pick.
Oh man, guys, no joke.
This is
I'm
this is
so
the first time that
excited
we've
to be
been able
done
to
with this.
actually. This is the first time that we've been officially allowed to talk about Mission Pick, right?
Yeah, like literally, like this has been going on for over a year, where I have been like eschewing other projects and only working on this one thing, and constantly telling you guys not to talk about it, despite it being the thing I am most excited about talking about all the time. But now it is, it's at the App Store, or at least it's in review at the App Store. So hopefully it'll be live within the next week or two. And it's this app that's like. It's like a camera app with a game layer. It's a little bit like a cross between Instagram and Tinder. So every day, everyone gets the same mission, and everyone has to take a picture that satisfies that mission. So for example, like maybe today's picture is water. And so everyone has to take a picture that represents water or is water in some way. There's lots of room for creativity and artistic interpretation. And then you get to go through all the photos and vote all of your friends and everyone else's photos up and down, and it creates this leaderboard, and there's a winner at the end of the day. It's freaking awesome. And we played it with like 50 people over the course of 2 months. There are a bunch of people that you all know who were in on the beta testing, and it's been a blast. And I did not expect to like it and like love playing it as much as I do. It's crazy. I thought I was building it for someone else.
Yeah,
and it turned out to be really fun.
People who like photos would enjoy fucking around with it, but
Yeah.
yet here you are making a game that you enjoyed playing.
It's so good. Like you get to trash talk with your friends and like flex some creative muscles every day. It is way more fun than I expected it to be.
Yummy
And that's coming
Waffles
from
in the
someone who's
chat.
like, let me build this thing.
Yummy Waffles in the chat says, "Fuck, Mission Pick is down."
You know, Brian,
Yeah.
you know who initially gave us the idea for the startup spelling bee?
Abe Bagoda.
Abe Bugoda?
Bagoda. It's a different guy than Abe Bagoda.
Yeah. Abe Bugoda, yeah.
His dead second cousin, whose name was slightly changed to Ellis Island.
It was Brett here, and now that he's going to be launching Mission Pick, his own startup app, I feel like we should enter him in to the startup spelling bee.
This game is so impossible, though.
Did he know that we were going to put him up to this? Is this the first time?
I don't know, but let's play the game.
All right, real quick. Do you have the heartbeat audio there, Brant?
Yes.
All right, good. Play the heartbeat audio, and let's hear the first one. I'm going to do my best to advise you on this one, Brett.
All right.
Brett, the way that we've been playing the game, there are 8 startups. Brian will guide you through all of the possible ways to find out what the
I'm going to help
company
you
is called.
glean as much information as you possibly can.
This game is so like rigged and impossible.
The high score so far,
1.
2. Patrick Norton of Techzilla
Oh.
and the New York Times' own Molly Wood.
So people whose job is to follow startups each got 2.
Yes.
You have the chance to beat them all, man. Hey, by the way, real quick, do we want to set everybody up with before we start our game? Do we want to advise them to come up with Diamond Club missions for Mission Pick?
Yeah. So we're gonna be looking. You guys go ahead and think of. And by the way, everybody follow at Mission Pick.
Yeah, at Mission Pick on Twitter.
PIC.
All one word. PIC.
Yeah, Mission Pick on Twitter. Come up with what you would like to see people be taking pictures of in the first couple weeks of the game. If we get something really good, Brett will literally put it in the game.
I
Yeah,
think
bottom line, the first mission is already sold. The first mission is definitely going to be a Diamond Club edition mission.
So there we go. And it's not mad crazy shits. That's right off the board.
keep in mind also, like I don't remember what the theme was, but I remember that Veronica was running away with it. Like she won what was it, Hidden Faces or Faces Found in Nature or whatever, but she took a photo
Faces
of
in
her
inanimate
bag.
objects was one of them.
What inanimate objects with faces?
Faces
Is that
in
what-
inanimate objects, yeah.
Okay, right. And her bag just happened to look like it was like I don't know, despondent and full of despair. And she snapped a photo, and it was amazing.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Brett, your first startup is Edison.
Edison.
Real quick, Justin, could you use that in a sentence?
Awesome. Just downloaded Edison.
All right. And how many employees?
Edison currently has 2 founders and 1 employee.
That means a lot.
What's their valuation?
Edison does not currently have a valuation and has not raised any money yet.
And what is it they do?
Edison's technology is the first modular system. Oh man, I lost it. Is the first modular system that combines low-cost solar energy with integrated storage to put out power 24 hours a day. This makes costs so low that subsidies are not required to compete with fossil fuel-generated electricity.
Real quick, one more time. Use it in a sentence.
Oh, fuck the Pope! Edison's down.
I feel like I've done everything I can for you, Brett.
All right, 3 people, no valuation. They can't have enough money to own Edison. So I'm going to go with E, D, I, S, dot, O, N.
Brett, your startup is
long as
killing me.
Your startup is. I'm sorry, you have not guessed it correctly. It is Edison. Edison. Edison as a solar panels company.
Dude,
You
quit
didn't say they were a solar company.
I did.
Oh, well, then I wasn't listening, and I demand a rebate.
Next one. No, we got this. Next one. Hit me up.
Okay, let's go, team.
Your next startup is Mavericks.
What is
M? Oh, wait. No, I want some more information about it, please.
What does Mavericks do?
They are real-time data-driven imagery for agriculture.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Awesome, bro. Just downloaded Mavericks.
I hate when my own jokes come back to haunt me.
One more time. Use it in a sentence.
Fuck! Mavericks is down.
All right, and how many employees do they have?
Mavericks currently has 2 founders and 4 employees.
I feel like you got everything you need. Pro tip: there's the next in there.
Mavrix.
Brett, your startup is
You lose!
incorrect.
Fuck a doc.
Dude, you were so fucking close.
What? Was there a dash in there?
No, you fucking
Mavrix.
overthought it by 1 vowel. Mavrx. Oh, who would guess that?
Hold on. He gave too many vowels?
Say that again, Brian.
I was about to say he did too many vowels?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mavrx. Mavericks.
Good. All right, look, give us another one. Go.
Right.
Brett, your next startup is Aware.
Aware? What does Aware do?
Aware is next generation messaging for wearables.
Oh no.
Where? All right. How many folks do they have?
They have 2 founders and 3 advisors.
Real quick, just use it in a sentence.
Fucking awesome! I just downloaded Aware.
Right. Brett, I feel like this one writes itself, man. There's only one answer.
I know. I feel like that's a dirty trick, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. AWEAR.
Brett, your startup is
Dude, nailed it. That's great. That's great. We're halfway there, man. You're about to take
let's do
number
it.
1. Give us another one.
Feeling good now. Feeling good.
All right. That was 3. You are on your 4th
Of 7?
of 8.
8. I got this. Let's go.
Your next startup is Navdi.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
Navdi.
I'm going to need context. Could you use it in a sentence?
Awesome. I just downloaded Navdi.
And what is it that Navdi does?
Heads-up display for any car. Think Google Glass for your windshield.
Yeah. One more time. Use it in a sentence.
Fuck. Navdi's down?
How many employees do they have?
Navdi has 2 founders and 8 employees.
Take it away, Brett. I think you got this.
NAV-D.
Brett, your startup is incorrect.
I award you no points. May God have mercy on your soul.
Navdi's down. What was this now?
Shoot.
Navdi, Navdy, Navdi.
Jeez. All right.
Startups. Bunch of
Screw that.
negative-
We're fine. We're fine. Brett, we got this. We got this. Give us a next one. Go, go, go.
Butterfly.
Butterfly?
Butterfly.
What is it?
Butterfly is Google's Nest meets Dropcam.
Read that out loud again with a straight face.
Google's Nest meets Dropcam. So a thermostat has finally met a security camera.
All right. All right. All right. I feel good about this one.
Maybe this is one I can follow up with.
Oh, the butt demon!
I'm the boss.
You have any other questions, Brian?
No, I don't. Wait, real quick, just use it in a sentence.
Awesome. I just downloaded Butterfly.
Take it away, Brett.
I'm
You
going
got this.
crazy.
You got-
I'm going crazy off the walls on this one. Here it is. BUTTERFLY.
Butterfly hot dog. Come on, man. What you got?
Your startup is incorrect.
I thought because it was a product, they might just call it whatever they feel like.
Why? I'm going to say BUTRFLY.
You'd both be wrong. It is BUTTERFLEYE.
Why?
Butterfly.
Why would you do that?
Like your eye.
Oh,
I hate it when tech people try to be clever.
All right, we got this. Come on, man. No, don't worry. Brent. I just called you Brent. Brent, that's your new name. Brent,
No.
come on, man. Let's do this.
All right. Pull it together.
All right. Your next startup, your 6th out of 8, is Tag.
Okay.
Could you use it in a sentence, please?
Awesome. I just downloaded Tag.
And what are they valued at?
They have not raised any money yet. But one of their customers is the Sacramento Kings.
Wow. Look at that.
All right. And what do they do?
How friends meet up in real life.
Fuck you and your fucking stupid fucking app. Fuck you. Fuck. It's T4G. Fuck you. All right, Brent, go.
I'm gonna go with TAAG.
Brett, your startup is incorrect.
This is soul crushing. This
Fuck
is a
this
soul
game.
crushing game.
Tag is spelt TAG. Tag.
No.
You can't spell butterfly right, but you spell tag correctly? Who are these people?
Oh my god, this is the best game ever invented.
Oh my god.
Soul crushing.
You're a bad man.
All right. This is 7.
7 of 8,
7.
man. Come on, dude. We get the next 3. You're the new champ. Come on, we can do this.
All right. Your next startup is Mapkin.
Mapkin?
Mapkin?
Mapkin.
What the hell is Mapkin?
Mapkin, Brian, is GPS that sounds like a local.
What?
In the eye. I'm fucking putting my pinky in the air. I want you to look me in the eye and pinky promise me that this is the actual fucking thing selling.
This is the actual thing. Is GPS that sounds like a local.
Local what?
Like a local, where it's like, you know, go ahead, take up to the 7-Eleven, hook a right, fucking go find Uncle Freddy. He's always out there smoking cigarettes.
Killed Uncle Freddy. All right.
Go past the old road and make a left at the red barn.
What are they
They
valued
have
at?
had 2 fundraising stages, one for 150,000, another for 200,000.
Real quick, just use it in a sentence.
Awesome! I just downloaded Mapkin.
Dude, don't overthink this one. I think keep it simple.
I'm going MAPKIN.
Brett, to tie
Don't F with me here.
your startup is correct!
Boom. Oh my god, that feels so good. That feels so good.
You're tied.
like
You got
I've
the chance to
beaten
take
down
the
enough
lead.
times.
Become number 1.
All right. You need only one more. This would assure, as of now, your place in the Startup Spelling Bee final competition
Ooh.
later this summer.
I might have to play this game again.
Hashtag
You-
crazy shits, yo.
Okay, all right, let's do this.
All right. Brett, the final startup spelling bee startup that you will have today.
Dude, I want you to imagine me right behind you. I'm rubbing your shoulders, like digging my thumbs in. It kind of loosens you up. I'm just like, come on, you got this. You got this. And then maybe I kind of caress like inappropriately, hand in front, and then I sort of slap you on the back 3 times to make it look like we're just bros.
Okay. All right.
Is flight.
This sounds rigged. Okay. Brian, help me out.
All right. What does Flight do?
Flight is the only SaaS ad platform empowering both mobile and display advertising.
Could go anywhere.
Fuck you, Flight. Fuck your. Could you use it in a sentence?
Awesome. Just downloaded Flight.
All right. What are they valued at? How many employees do they have?
No valuation. However, they have 2 founders and 4 employees.
How? Oh, so no money. Oh, fuck. Feel like there's a Y in there, buddy.
I think I agree.
Anything else, Brian?
No. Wait, one more time. Use it in a sentence.
Fuck Mussolini's tight asshole. Flight is down again.
All right. I think I know how to spell it now.
Right.
All right. I'm terrified that there's a PH in there. But I'm gonna go FL.
Holy shit! Wait! Stop talking!
I just was kidding, and I have not decided on how I'm going to spell it yet.
Okay. I just found out that flyte.com, FLYTE.com, is available right now from domain.com for $9.
What? All right. Well, that's probably not how it's spelled.
Swear to God.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to accept.
No!
You can't go back. Brett. Although immediately, as much as you motherfuckers make fun of these names, as soon as one of these funny ass spelled names is up for fucking grabs for $9, your eyes sure went fucking wide as saucers to pick it up now, didn't it? Unfortunately, it is FLITE. You were wrong.
That's flitty.
Dude, FLYTE.com is available. I feel like we gotta buy this shit right now.
No, go ahead and buy it. Brett, you have tied the best score so far in the Startup Spelling Bee. That also means that we are going to have some kind of tiebreaker between you, Patrick, and Molly Wood. It's gonna be a real barn burner when we come down to the final here. I think we're only gonna have 2 more contestants. So
it sure will.
How do you
Hey
feel?
man,
Going up against Patrick Norton and Molly Wood, I feel pretty good about myself.
By the by, in the meantime, let's see what everyone has suggested for the first ever Diamond Club themed mission pick mission should be. What do you guys got for us?
well, you want to know what? Also, Brian.
Yep.
Before we get to all these awesome suggestions, I feel like you just found a great domain name, right?
Oh yeah. No, I totally did. I totally did.
So, what are you gonna do with a domain name, right? Probably build a website.
I guess I could build a website.
But Bud Demon, is that you?
Maybe I don't know.
So Bud Demon, so did you just buy flight.com, FLYTE.com?
I might have put my dick in it.
Okay. So Bud Demon, no, not domain.com. That might be where you'd be able to buy it. You had to build a website. Where would you go to build a website, Bud Demon?
The problem is I don't really know how to build a website. I just know how to find butts.
Bud Demon, your sole focus in life might be finding and destroying butts in a variety of ways. However, even you can focus for long enough to build a Squarespace website.
I doubt that highly. I don't
really understand the HTMLs. I've hired other people to do that.
No, see, you can be an absolute superstar in designing websites if you just go to Squarespace. You don't need to know any HTML. Drag and drop little modules that make sure your website looks clean and professional.
I mean, what does it matter? A site's gonna go down as soon as it becomes popular on Dig, Reddit, or if a hurricane hits New York City.
No. I say nay to you, butt demon. There is a 0% chance that a Squarespace site will ever go down. Even during Superstorm Sandy, they were running gasoline up to their server generators to make sure all the Squarespace sites were up and running. That's the Squarespace guarantee.
Well, I guess they don't care about the environment.
They love the environment, butt demon. They love the environment so much that for every website you build, they will plant a tree. Trees may or may not be planted.
In that case, I guess I'll give it a try. If only I could try it for free.
You can. Just go over to Squarespace and use the offer code NAP at checkout. That way you can take all of the awesomeness of Squarespace and make it your own. Go ahead on over there now, squarespace.com, and then use offer code NAP. It stands for Night Attack Podcast, but for you, butt demon, it stands for the naps that you put butts to sleep with.
That's true. I do put a lot of naps to sleep. Thank you.
Butt demon, thank you for joining us on the Night Attack Podcast. You can go back to your eternal ravaging of assholes in this dimension and others.
Or as I call it, the sixth plane. Bye.
The butt demon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a round of applause.
Oh man, I'm so glad he made it into the show.
He's graduated. He finally made it somewhere. Good for you, buddy.
He got called up to the bigs.
I said in the pre-show that I want to see a mashup of the butt demon hanging out with Captain Morgan. I feel like the two of them would have something to say to each other.
I don't think so. We're matching. We're matching.
Not very
both
many
ends
straight
of the
men in
magnet.
that.
Yeah, you know, like.
I feel like there's one thing that they would agree like a lot upon, and everything else, not a lot of chemistry.
Would it be butts?
The ravaging of assholes.
Maybe it would be Buzz.
I think the only thing Captain Morgan and the butt demon would agree upon is how to growl for an inordinately long amount of time to cover up when you're trying to think of a funny joke.
Oh man.
Punchline.
You notice it takes long enough until you can say something funny.
Hey man, what's the first?
I'm just trying to think of a funny joke.
I feel like maybe what if the butt demon and Captain Morgan were like a couple on the Newlywed Game? Like, could you maybe, Brett, set that up for us and ask us a question?
All right, let's move on to the mission pick thing. I don't know if it's just gonna be a lot of us growling if we just do the butt demon and Captain Morgan.
You'll regret this decision forever.
We can lay this out. We can lay it out right.
You had a chance.
Dude, all right, mission pick. Let's talk about mission pick. What do we got?
So here we go. We need. Where should people? Should they tweet it? Have people been tweeting mission pick?
That's a good question, and one that I would know if I were checking
Go ahead
my
and
phone
put
on
it
the
in
regular.
the chat room right now if you're watching live. Your suggestions for mission pick stuff. Give people some examples of some of the stuff that you did during the play test.
We had, for example, things that worked really well were things that opened up the world to creativity or looking at things differently. So, like, really broad things like tree or wood. I just said wood.
You did. You did.
What about like an emotion, like betrayal? Is that too
Betrayal?
complicated?
It might be complicated. We did Love, and Love came out really well. Like Attraction was in there.
So give me some of the examples of stuff you got that you were really impressed with during the pre.
The Inanimate Faces one was awesome. Like everyone had really good stuff, but like again, Veronica totally ran away with that one. We had like some that were just color were really cool.
So,
like,
wait a minute. What about like hidden diamonds? Would that be a Diamond Club-y kind of thing to do?
Oh, totally. I mean, maybe. Yeah.
All right. Well, here we're getting this stuff into the chat room right now. Do you just give me a basic idea of where your head's at, whether or not you'd want to do it?
All right.
Information.
Solid.
All right. Juicy.
Hot me.
Acceptable.
Erect.
Less acceptable.
Moist.
Questionable.
Cunt.
Unfortunate typo.
Absolutely not.
Toga.
Possibly.
Up
Black
his
face.
ass.
Definitely.
Turgid.
Turgid. I like that word. It
Racist.
reminds me of things that are up people's assholes.
How about upskirts? Would you be calling for everybody to take upskirt shots?
I guess it depends on whether or not there's a hyphen in there somewhere. I'd be totally okay with upskirts, where of course I is a U, but that's already taken as a startup name, so I don't know if that would work.
What about prolapse?
Prolapse.
Where are you at on prolapse, Brett?
I feel pretty good about making people vomit with the word prolapse. I don't know if I feel good about making people take pictures with prolapse.
Well, listen. I mean, a lot of people like, they're just trying to figure out like what the what the line is.
Yeah.
So give me like the raciest picture or like that you would do. Like what would be on the saucier side?
The raciest pictures we had were things for like Nightmare, or things for what was the one where we had to take pictures of ourselves? It wasn't Selfie, but it was something like that. That one had some really crappy pictures involved.
Was it crappy, or did we take a picture of? Like,
it was just
dick
called
or
like
the nuts
unflattering self-portrait.
Oh yeah, unflattering. Yeah, so people
Yeah.
just took weird face pictures. So you would say not that.
Yeah, I mean, really, as much as I love how good the Diamond Club is at ruining everything.
How
Really,
about
the
enjoy
idea is
the
to make
garden?
something that everyone is good.
Enjoy the garden.
That's totally.
Brian,
totally
what do you think about
totally
enjoy the
possibly
garden?
exciting?
Dude, are you kidding me? I think it's great. I think glape would be good. I think erotic hobo would be good. Bum fights, salsa.
Bump fights?
People are still giving me dichotomy, even though that fucking fired and crashed and burned. Pol
Wait,
Pot?
you said dichotomy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, they got that was a Skype ducking thing.
Bursts. What's in my pocket? Not bad.
That's actually kind of cool. I mean, I suspect like if we did something like What's in My Pocket, you would get some really cool pictures and then a lot of photos getting flagged.
So what would you describe? All right, give me like a good What's in My Pocket photo potentially, and then one that would get flagged. You are the one running this service. You distribute the flags. What gets flagged?
Right. So for example, like if it was a really well framed shot of someone's hand, maybe holding like some chapstick and some cash and like fingernail clippers, just an interesting assortment of stuff.
So they literally just reached in their pocket and pulled something out and took a picture.
Right, but like well framed and artistic. And of course, I'm not running this. Everyone else is voting everything up and down. Like
Gotcha.
we're hosting the servers. Everything's up to the users. But something that might likely get flagged is like probably a shot into the pocket, through the hole in your pocket, and into your fully erect penis.
That would really big hole
that
in
would
your
probably get flagged.
That would
Like,
be
if
a
I were to
hole
have
in
to
your
guess.
pocket akin to like the clear windows at SeaWorld where you're able to see Shamu swimming under the waves.
I don't know. Maybe it's just a big enough hole and everything slides.
Wait, everybody has those, right? Because I definitely haven't. I just whistle and I pull open my pocket so they can
Shamu.
see my fully erect dick swimming like Shamu. Poorly rolled blunts.
I feel like we know exactly who would win that competition.
Yes.
I don't think there'd be any real reason to have other people involved.
What's the over-under? Recently making news was the fact that Jack Black was going to play a fictionalized version of R.L. Stine in the movie Goosebumps.
Yeah.
How close? How close, and what aspects do we think are going to match? Like.
He's apparently a recluse in the movie as well, which is funny because that was the funniest part about the R.L. Stine thing is that it started out as like it might as well have been like any historical person. Like it was just like I'm Harriet Tubman. Like, you know, it just it didn't matter. It was just like a weird thing that I think of somebody doing. But I don't know. Like, I suspect it'll just kind of be like Jack Black, but Jack Black's playing R.L. Stine. Like, I don't know if it'll be the same thing, but I hope it is. I hope it is. It's very similar.
I mean, especially because your impression of R.L. Stine bears an uncanny resemblance to the Mr. Show representation of an impression of Peter O'Toole in the blinds are like regulars now. You remember that? The House of the Future?
Yes. I don't.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. You've always said it. I think we played it once. I can barely remember. I remember.
Well,
their Diamond Time requests on the Reddit, right?
The Reddit, what you do is you go to diamondclub.reddit.com, and then you will be in a magical wonderland of like-minded individuals, and you will be able to suggest whatever you want. That'll go to the front of the line, and also I can't find the link to Diamond Time.
Hey, it's fine. I got it here, Brian. What you need to do is just show people what else they can find on the Reddit. Go ahead and play one of the gems that came in this week here on the Reddit. So, you know, there might have been a little technical hiccup on this show, and Gatawag's been running around like his hair was on fire trying to make sure that everything got put back up. But for anybody who's got some words to say about a little technical problem, we found a spirit animal here on the Diamond Club Reddit. Why don't you go ahead and...
Do you hear that, Brant? That is definitely a setup for you because I'm in the middle of trying to reload my Go to My PC link up to that computer. So why don't you just play for us the video?
That would be great if the desktop presenter was properly functioning with us.
Why don't you just tell me which movie you'd like to see?
Well, you want to know what? We can all just go listen to an episode of The Metal Beer Nerd. Wait, I think we already did that one. How about this one? Wake Up Robot. It's a short film. Go ahead on YouTube and search for Wake Up Robot. You know, made by a Diamond Club person. How bad could it be? Bet you it's great.
Sold it.
Mark, I bet you it's great. Put that shit on the poster. Oh my God.
How about this one? Baños y Baños, a dope-ass band from Denton, Texas. It's a collection of singles from their upcoming album, which is probably out by now. Go to banosy.bandcamp.com, BANOSY, if you are that fucking white.
Oh, yeah.
And
Dude,
then, of course, if you go over to diamondclub.reddit.com, you will find that the top Diamond Time recipient is helping to make a game. Help that shit get greenlit on Steam. Sign, Brian, is your black son.
Oh, look, man, I ain't going to say I have a bunch of black children, but I'm going to say that this is certainly the most recent of them.
He says, yeah, I'm a fucking sleeper agent. I came to this community to plug my game. Sorry, I played y'all like a fucking melodica. You know what else you should play? My game. There are robots and shit, and Diamond Club gets to play the demos that as we make them. I'll get something made for you guys within the week. Sign does a really great job of selling his game, except for naming the game.
Real quick, I am looking up.
Here we go. It's called Blood Alloy. Go ahead and find it on Steam. Blood blood alloy, or find the link on the Diamond Club Reddit.
Wait, go ahead.
Find the link on the Diamond Club Reddit. You can go to diamondclub.reddit.com. Thank you to everybody for putting in stuff on Diamond Time. We'll continue to make our way down the master list, but if you want to fast pass the line, go ahead and make sure that your Diamond Time is the top on our Reddit, and we will read it during Diamond Time.
All you got to do is make yourself the most popular project in our ecosystem, and then you will be recognized as the top project. By the way,
or you can get into the "we'll read it eventually" line. You will always have an opportunity, right? That's what we want to do. We want to make it fair for everybody. And also, big shout out to Neshcom, Bryce Brycus on Twitter. He just got his Kickstarter funded, so I'm super pumped to hear that album.
Real quick, shout out to all the Melodica fans. Here's Jurassic Park, the Melodica
Jurassic
cover.
Park. They do move in herds.
They do move in herds. Thank you.
Oh, good God. Brian, you got anything else that you want to talk about here on to wrap the show up?
Let me just say this much, is that it's been fucking fantastic. As crazy and as chaotic and as upside down as this vacation has been, it has been amazing to have this opportunity once a week to touch base with you guys, and I can't thank you enough for it. So there, how's that? How's that for a night?
Aww. That was a little. I feel like we've gone on a real tour de force here today, Bri. We've had the butt demon. We've had a touching shout out to everybody. You're a 5-tool player, man. You're the MVP. Brett, where can people find Mission Pick?
For now, just follow the Mission Pick Twitter. Mission Pick, MISSIONPIC. I know it's a really difficult startup to spell. However, I think you guys can figure it out. Just follow it there, and I'll let you know.
I just downloaded Mission Pick. Please tell me that you'll list yourself on Angel List.
I don't know if I can do that to the world.
But no, go ahead, and hopefully the way that iTunes works out their approvals, it'll be available and in people's hands.
It could possibly be available as soon as like tomorrow or the day after, or it could be never.
All right, and we're gonna try and blow this bad motherfucker right out of the water.
Oh,
right?
hell yeah!
Here we go.
Before we wrap everything up, gotta do the movie draft. He said as he kept croaking out so that maybe it would start as he was croaking.
You might be croaking for a little while, Brian.
All right. Well,
the draft. Press play on the draft. Surely at this point it's been long enough that somebody in the chat room will provide you with a link. And somebody's going to provide you with a link, and you'll press play, and I can stop croaking.
you need to stop croaking so we can play the goddamn thing.
Welcome to your Movie Draft Minute, presented by CosmicRadio.tv for the week of July 27th, 2014. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. 2 weeks remain until all movies are released. What do the rankings look like now? Let's go find out. Team Slash comes in 6th place with Hercules bringing in $29 million this week, bringing their total to $282.3 million. Team God's Moneybags in 5th place with Lucy bringing in $44 million, bringing their total to $390.5 million. Team Night Attacks in 4th place with $443.8 million. Team DTNS is in 3rd place with $595 million. Team The Morning Streams in 2nd place with $598.4 million. And in 1st place with a whopping $689.5 million, it's Team M-Trekker. And that is your Movie Draft Minute for the week of July 27th, 2014. 2014.
So, Brett, what is the strategy you guys were doing?
Strategy? Actually, there was some strategy to it. Like, if we had not have been like totally shit upon by the Million Ways to Die in the West, mostly we just went with. I'm hesitant to tell you guys our strategy, but we figured about what we thought everything would make, and then bid as much as we were willing to pay every single time. So if anyone was willing to pay more than that, they were overpaying
based on your projections.
Once.
Didn't John overbid you guys twice?
If he did, I don't remember that. That was the only one I yelled at him about, was A Million Ways to Die in the West.
I remember you were pretty you were not pleased with the way that John had had interjected himself.
Well,
the draft.
there were a couple I thought we could have gotten cheaper than our projection, but I mean that didn't mean that the strategy didn't.
Well, obviously
it was a lot of luck this summer. Like we're winning as much because of other movies failing as because of our movies doing well.
Well, that's the thing is I was talking to you earlier today that normally the draft is about everybody picks your horses. 2 or 3 movies are the hits that they were projected to be. So you kind of cut down the list to that. And then the people who win are the ones that got the big value movies to go along with the gigantic super rocket boosters. This year there were no rocket boosters. Like they were all duds. They all came back, and so really it was who got the values.
There was one article that said that this year was 20% down in box office grosses over the previous year, which is amazing.
That's the whole year. The summer was down like 40%.
Jeez.
Yeah, there was no money to be spread around. But you know who did? The ladies. The ladies, hey, ladies in the place, I'm calling out to you. Buy a ticket to Fault in Our Stars and Maleficent.
Yeah.
Because that's what fucking won you guys the draft. Do you know that fucking Maleficent made more worldwide than X-Men?
It's so messed up. Screw you, Maleficent. I say to you, you're a fucking whore. So take that.
Take it right in the butt.
I'll take it to the bank.
Well, there we go. I feel like we've wrapped up the movie draft. We've had a flawless show. I guess really the only thing is to play the lullaby.
Well, if only some.
Oh no, night attack is through. Is it something that I did?
It's odd to me that you guys would hang out with me on a Sunday night, go to bed, and start vacationing hard tomorrow. So see you next time on Tuesday, Sunday.
Die in a fire.
Bye-bye.
I'm allergic to bees. Oh, Justin Robert Young, every time you go, I get so sad that I wanna drink a warm glass of Drano. Night attack, night attack, night attack. Night attack, night attack, night attack. I love you.
This is what my vagina would look like if it was a vagina.
Punch the Pope in his pussy.